guys, welcome back to the A to B podcast where every topic's fair game. So sit back, relax, and let's dive right in. So,
how
we doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Tired?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm also I'm lying. I was hungry when I arrived here. I've sat downstairs for the last more than half an hour eating chicken wings, cupcakes, and massive dairy milk chocolate bars because Aaron's missus Fabs has just fed me since I got here. So I really hope that I don't have dinner when I get home, but I wouldn't object to it either.
Yes, you've been a greedy. Oh wait, you can't say that word.
You actually can't say that word. That's
no.
out of order.
I'll bleep it out.
You'll bleep it out?
Yeah.
Bleep. Shit, fuck, pussy.
Spend naked stand.
No, bleep that shit.
Right. So, recently there's been an event on. Another event. But this one is very controversial because...
Is it controversial?
Because some people like it and some people hate it.
I wouldn't say it's a controversial event because of that. That's a controversial event. It's like the presidential debate. No, that's...
Well, it's a controversial topic. Then
I don't think so. Not
yeah, because some people think it can be controversial in the fitness industry.
That is, maybe I.
Yeah.
I don't. I still wouldn't open by going, "This is a controversial topic." And
yeah, it's clickbait. It's fine.
Fine.
But we're talking about the amazing HYROX.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yay! HYROX.
So HYROX is in Glasgow at the weekend there, and I swear to God, if I see one more video of someone doing HYROX,
people running over finish lines holding hands. Look at this. I can run and I can throw balls. Shut up. I'm sick of it.
Oh,
I hate it, man. It does my nothing. Like, I get it. Everybody's got their thing. And I do professional wrestling. I jump about a ring in my pants and wrestle guys. Like, you can slag me as well. But I hate HYROX so much. It does my nothing. It's like, it's CrossFit, but worse.
it's literally just a hit session, really. But the people that run it have done so well with the marketing side.
That's
of it.
what it is. It's people posting it on their socials. They've got photographers everywhere. They've
it's
got
literally
filming them. They've got.
That's all it is. It's good for people's Instagram and TikTok. It's for the likes and views. That's the only reason people actually do it.
It annoys me so much. And see, if you're a guy and you do HYROX, can you please just put your t-shirt back on? You don't need to run about topless just because you're doing HYROX.
This is actually, there was one guy interviewing folk outside the Hydro doing it and just asking them like, oh, what do you think of the guys when they're taking their tops off during it and stuff? And every single one of the guys is just like, well, I do it, so it's fine. I'm like, why do they do it?
Because they want to, they're like, oh, we're getting forced to.
Yeah. They actually say because it just gets too hot, which...
Bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, I can't get too hot in the gym. I would love to take my top off, but I'm not a pretentious asshole.
Yeah. It's not like you actually do it in a gym.
Exactly.
So why would you do it just in that?
I don't know. It just annoys me. And also, it doesn't look that hard.
No, it doesn't. This is going to be a controversial topic.
Yeah, I guess that's controversial.
So I generally don't think it's hard as everyone makes out to be.
Look, man.
Because I've done a version of it, and yeah, don't get me wrong, I was knackered.
You would be, yeah, because
it's not...
People make it look like it's this, like, above all else, hybrid athlete is like the best training you can do. How could it possibly be?
Because you can run and you can lift weights.
Oh, cool, right, okay, well, I can do that. Am I a hybrid athlete? No. I wouldn't call myself a hybrid athlete. I'm not a Toyota Corolla. Like,
it's technically, literally, HYROX is just CrossFit. It really is just CrossFit. The only difference is they've took out the... Like in CrossFit is at least more interesting because it changes from event to event with the different exercises. You don't know what's coming up. See, the CrossFit Games was actually exciting, even though...
I loved the CrossFit Games. Yeah, I actually loved it.
Even though they'd done stupid-ass pull-ups and all that just to do the reps, the technique wasn't a thing. Whereas I think, obviously, with HYROX, they've tried to do the opposite, where there's no reps. So, like, if you don't go, like, wall balls, if you don't actually squat down full and then make it hit the target, then it's a no rep.
Yeah.
But... yeah, it's pretty much the exact same as CrossFit.
Just annoys me.
Just smaller.
It looks so boring as well.
Do you know how much money they've actually... like?
A fortune.
A ticket costs, around the world, on average, costs about €130.
Hold on.
To enter the
Wait,
event.
I didn't know this. I didn't know that it was...
I seen this podcast, the guy that runs it, So he was saying, or one of the guys that runs it, and he was saying it costs €130 on average. Depending, they charge more in America, it might be cheaper here, I don't know, but on average he's about €130. And guess how many people they're predicting to do it this year?
How many?
All the events, 650,000 people.
Wow, man.
So they're making about 20 million. No,
No.
more than that. Is it more?
600,000 times 10 is 6 million. And then times 10 again is
650,000. How much did I say? €130. €130. Yeah.
84 million.
84 million. 84.5 million.
Mate, that's just...
I'm sure that's the numbers they said anyway.
People just... They're a sucker for a gimmick.
Oh yeah.
They really are, man. Like,
That's trend.
I'm guilty of it as well. John Cena's coming to Glasgow next week, and he just announced his farewell tour jersey. It's the same colour as the Scotland football jersey, and there's a belt, and there's wristbands, and there's hats, and best believe I'm buying every single damn, all of it, because I'm a sucker for a gimmick as well. Everybody is, but 130 quid to go and run about in a hall,
Yeah,
mate.
I know it's kind of nuts because you can literally just do it for free.
Yeah. Oh God, you know what? You do you.
Yeah.
I hate it all. And I feel like every lassie that I see now that used to be just like a normal gym goer is like, oh, now I'm a hybrid athlete.
Yeah. HYROX, that's all I do. HYROX.
Exactly, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
And I see people at my gym, right? I see people in my gym that are like running on the treadmill, then they come off and they're doing burpees and then they're doing laps of the gym and all that. I'm like, you're distracting me. Can you just go somewhere else and do that?
Yeah.
Go to somewhere that actually provides it. I know that sounds pure bad, but like if I'm in the bench press and I just all like in my peripheral vision see some woman sprinting up and down, I'm like, can you just feel you're going to hit me? It's just
It's some people that take it too far. Like if you're just running the treadmill and then you know, actually I've got a great example of this. This is when I worked in David Lloyd, and it wasn't even HYROX was a thing. These girls were just running in the treadmill, jumping off and doing burpees, but they left the treadmills on.
Alright.
And one guy stepped on one of the moving treadmills and broke his hand.
Oh.
So like, she's doing stupid stuff like that. Like, yeah, it's just because people are trying to do the HIIT training and it's constant and all that type of stuff. But then you're just forgetting about the people around you as well, like, with the shared environment that you're in.
Gotta grow up.
It also annoyed me at David Lloyd because people would freaking move the skiers and then they'd move the row machines and then they would have the sled push and all that. Practicing HYROX stuff, but it would block all the freaking like walkway bits to get from bit to bit, and I'm like, mate, just walk. If you're really you're practicing freaking for HYROX where you're going to run a kilometre before the next one, walk to the freaking machine. It used to piss me off so much. Do you know what it actually consists of? Do you know everything?
No, I know that every video that I ever see is always pulling the sleds. What's that?
Wall balls as well.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Wall balls, that's all I ever see, that and pulling the sled and then the folk holding hands running over the finish line. Like, yes, we done it, Slay Queen.
Yeah.
What we?
Slay Queen.
Honestly, that's what it's like.
Yeah. It's literally, so you start off with a kilometre run, 1,000 metre skier, a kilometre run, 50 metre sled push, a kilometre run, 50 metre sled pull, a kilometre run, 80 metre burpee broad jumps, 1 kilometre run, 1,000 metre rowing, 1 kilometre run, 200 metre farmers carries, 1 kilometre run, 100 metre sandbag lunges, 1 kilometre run, wall balls. It's 100 reps for men, 75 for women.
Oh, hold the bus, right? That's annoying.
Equality. Yeah.
That's annoying. Change the weight if you need to, but it should be the same amount of reps.
Yeah, I think everyone gets the same weight though.
Oh, that's actually really easy then, because other women will be weak, so I'll get lightweight.
Apparently, I think it's 9.
That's quite nice of you.
That's quite nice of you. Moving on, I think it's only 9 kilograms, the wall balls.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, how are this folk not throwing them through the ceiling? That's nothing, man.
It's the end of it, I suppose, but like, 100 reps of them, and it's like proper squatting down. I suppose your legs will be gubbed after everything that you've just done, but easy. Yeah. I think, like, generally, I think the average time is something like,
don't get me wrong,
1 hour 25.
I would be blowing at my arse. Like, I would be chilly knackered and I'd be soaking with sweat, but I'd get through it and then I'd go, why is this such a big deal?
Yeah.
Like, I'd be out of breath for like a good while after it and I'd be fucked, but I'd be like, why do folk do this?
See, this is what, see, the thing is, right, no matter what you try, you only blow out your arse if you're giving 100% effort at it. So I could do HYROX and get a wee bit of slower time and actually feel right after it.
Yeah.
Or if I wanted to go for a world record time and full pelt, then yeah, I'm going to be blowing out my arse, obviously.
Like the thing that it's so funny because you see it all over your social media, everybody's posting like their videos of them, like I say, running over the finish line, their wall balls and all that, and all these people are probably placing like 900th.
Yeah.
It's like, you're not good at this.
Yeah.
Why are you posting this as if you won it or something?
I know. So that's it. It's obviously to involve everyone in fitness and all that, which is good. You see some good stories in that.
And there
as
is
well.
actually a lot of people that have got into fitness because of it, because it's the whole partnership side of things, because HYROX doubles is the one that's
it's quite good. I've seen a guy do it with his dad, and his dad's like 70 or something, and it's just like, that's quite cool to be fair, but at the same
time, not having any pals, so you have to do it with your dad. That guy's got a sad life.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry, mate, but come on.
No pals, you have to do it with your dad. Oh no. But
disclosure, I'm kidding on. I think that's cool. That is really cool. If you're
but then it's the same with all the events, but I do just hate that how they think it is better than everything else, and they do just share it on social media for the likes and views more than like
the
enjoyment of it. Like no one, you're probably talking about 1% of people that do it actually enjoy doing it.
Probably,
yeah. Not that everyone else just does it
because
they're sheeps. They're sheeps.
Yep. Sheeps.
Sheep. They're sheep. Yeah.
Come on, we can't be slagging people and then go sheeps.
Yeah, they're sheep. A bunch of sheep.
I agree. I think it's pure boring. I don't understand.
Especially since it's the same exercises every time. It doesn't change.
I know.
That's boring.
It's like mind the old total wipeout track. It's always the exact same every week. First week you see folk planting their face and you're like, this is great, and then the next week you're like, that's the same again.
Yeah.
That's actually complete lies. I used to love watching total wipeout. I used to love
but even then people get wiped out differently.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
But like in HYROX, like it's someone pushing a sledge.
To see somebody falling doing like the farmer's carry fall on your face, please.
Oh, see if it was like
there must be
farmer carries, but it was an obstacle course or something.
There must be like a bloopers reel with folk falling on HYROX. That must be a thing.
It probably is.
I'm going to find that and watch it all. That's amazing.
What did you think you would struggle with the most out of all
the?
I think the wall balls.
The running in between.
Really?
Yeah. Well, actually, no. I'm quite good at running when I pace myself. It just depends. Like you say, if I'm trying to go quick, the running in between. But if I'm trying to just get through it, the thing that I struggle with the most is probably wall balls, because of the consistency of them, like having to keep your rhythm and throwing and stuff. I hate that. I've
done them before. We done like a wee practice event at David Lloyd for clients, for members doing actual HYROX, and it was good. To be fair, it was a good laugh, but it was, you know, that way like you're gubbed after it, and it's just like I kind of regretted just going, why did I do this? Like I just wasted time being here when I could have went and played tennis.
That's the thing that would annoy me the most, right? I would hate walking out the gym and not having a pump.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you come out and you're sweaty and you feel like you've just done a lot, but like you look in the mirror and your arms are like twigs, and it was like, what's happened? Like,
what's happened?
Even when I walk out on leg day and I don't have a pump in my upper half, I feel like I've not done enough. Do you know? Sometimes when I train legs, I'll go and just do a superset of buys and tries just so I can get a bit of a pump.
Yeah. But do you know it's also interesting with HYROX as well? See the pros? None of them get blood tested.
Oh, right.
None of them.
There it's all coming out now. Yeah. There's the truth coming out.
No blood tests get taken.
Oh, I hate that, man.
Yeah, so you
prove that
the thing is, not every single one, but majority of the ones in the pros are definitely on some enhanced performance drug. And
yeah, probably. Yeah. Very probably. That is annoying. Yeah. If you're competing, that's annoying.
Yeah. One guy actually broke his hand, apparently.
Really?
Yeah. I can't. Who was it was telling me? I think it was one of my clients told me, because she was there when it happened, and the guy broke his hand, but he kept going. And I'm like, if that guy broke his hand, like properly broke his hand, you would not keep going just to complete a freaking HYROX unless.
Depends on how bad the break is, I would say. Like if you've got a fracture,
if it's a fracture,
or you've broken your middle finger, the only time I would say it's really bad is if it's like fucking snapped, or if your thumbs.
Yeah, I don't actually know how he broke it, to be fair, but like usually, right, if you're halfway through this, right, you're 30 minutes in and you've got another 30 to 40 minutes with a broken hand when you have to do wall balls, catching a ball that weighs 9 kilograms.
I don't know.
Throw it up, and as well, you've got like the row machine holding on and all that. You've got farmer carries with freaking 26 kilograms, I think it is, or something like that.
Well, what I'm saying is like, I get what you're saying, but that's like saying if you sprain your ankle at the start of a tennis match, if you're in the final at Wimbledon, have you got to get up or you got to try?
Yeah, but that's for millions of pounds.
No, but fuck the money. Take the money out of the equation. If you'd managed to work your way to Wimbledon and you were at
I
this point,
suppose, yeah, you're right.
that's like me saying, if I was in a wrestling match and I was wrestling John Cena,
Yeah.
and I broke my ankle in the first 2 minutes of a 30-minute match, I am not going to go to the ref. Nah, done. Get me out of here. I'm going to finish that match, regardless of whether it's as good as it would have been or not. I'm going to spend that 30 minutes in the ring with the guy that I grew up idolizing.
Yeah,
it just depends on what your priorities are, but HYROX is shit, so if I was that person, I'd be fat.
I suppose if you're putting all that time and effort training into it, you would finish it. But also as well, it does depend on how bad the break was.
Yeah.
I don't actually know how bad it was.
Exactly.
But yeah, it is one of those ones that there will be someone's taking enhanced performance drugs,
100%.
which puts some.
You get that in everything, though.
You do
get that in everything.
You do.
Like, there's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, but that's just the thing, though. Like, you're going to have these people that are obviously doing it, looking at these people completing it an insane amount of time. 50 minutes when they're taking an hour and 30 doing it, and you're thinking, how the hell are they doing it 40 minutes faster than me? Like, so some people, it's just, again, you're getting...
It's your perception.
Yeah.
Stop comparing yourself to other people.
Yeah, true.
I say that, I compare myself to people all the time. But wrestling's another weird one where at the highest level, and even within the indies, there's a lot of performance enhancing drugs. And sometimes it's tempting, but you just need to say no. Like, I got to where I am today without it, so why would I start it?
Yeah.
And plus it will screw me over if I'm ever going to go to WWE.
Yeah. Although, do you not think some of them are on it?
What? In WWE?
WWE?
I don't know. Maybe. Like, I'd see after the scandals they've had, it would be very shocking if they did. But maybe.
Like The Rock?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't want to say yes or no.
Yeah.
But
I think if you actually look at most athletes, to be honest, they're in some sort of enhanced performance drugs, whether they show up or not. But it depends. It depends as well what ones are on. For example,
it depends on what you class as well. Is creatine a performance enhancing drug? Technically, yes.
Yeah, it is. Because it's... Yeah, but then people argue but then you get it from natural supplements and all that. And I'm like, well...
What's testosterone then?
Yeah, we produce testosterone in our body, so you're just enhancing the level of it. So
technically taking testosterone is just making you more natural.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Excessively natural.
Yeah, you're giving yourself more of what you already have.
It's mental to me.
And then there's people out there that say they would never...
Stuff like this blows my mind, right? I'm not saying that I'm for it, but how come alcohol can be legal when that causes more deaths on an annual basis than drugs and steroids alone?
I know, yeah. Again, can cause addictions and...
It doesn't make any sense. Cigarettes as well. Literally kills you.
Yeah. Do you know what I find weird, right? It's the only thing it tells you out there how bad their product is and people still buy it.
Yeah.
It's the biggest market. So it shows you what it does to your lungs.
It just shows you how dumb people are, though.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just addictions in it as well. And again,
human
people
beings
being
are
cheap.
literally the biggest self-sabotagers to ever exist.
Oh, yeah.
Like, alcohol shreds your liver to pieces, makes you fat, bad for you, and gives you a hangover for 3 to 4 days once you're old, past your mid-20s. Let's drink it every weekend. let's get drunk every weekend and just ruin the rest of our weeks, and then do it again, and then do it again, and then do it again. And it's the same with the people that are really, really into partying and take drugs. Oh, this will make you feel high, and you'll probably start tripping, and you'll feel paranoid. But take it and take it and take it, and it's like.
And then you get
get
the opposite with steroids, where it's like, it makes you increase muscle mass, and muscle mass is proven to help you live a longer life. Yes, don't get me wrong, people do take steroids in an unhealthy way, but there is ways that can actually, obviously doctors give it to people that have low testosterone levels and all that type of stuff.
Doctors give it to people for other reasons as well. I'm sure Colin, our dad, was given a steroid medication after his operation.
His operation, yeah. But so technically he's not natural.
Nah, or not.
Yeah. But it's just one of those things where people, because it's like a cheat code. Now, for example, the new drug just now, Ozempic,
Ozempic,
yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
Do you know? Oh, it's like people call it like a fat burner drug, but what it actually does is it kills your appetite. So it helps with people with weight loss. So you inject it into yourself, in your stomach.
Come on.
And see the amount of people that are taking this just now. Like, so many...
That must have some mental side effects.
Well, we don't know yet, that's the thing.
See, that's scary.
Yeah.
That is terrifying. See, you take something without knowing what else it's doing to your body is actually mortifying. How could you ever do that to yourself?
But that's the thing, it's a very new drug, and obviously they did say the doctors obviously saying, it's fine and this and that, and there is new, like, studies done on it. That's why it's now getting given out and stuff. But it was the same way any new drug and all that. Like, you don't know the side effects until it's fully out there. But again, it's a cheat code, so people are happy to take it.
That's mental, man.
But don't get me wrong, I think it's actually a good thing.
Is that what you've been taking your entire life because you can't eat?
No, we discussed this last episode. If you have watched it, go back and watch it.
Yeah, go back and watch it.
But no, generally I think it is a good thing for people that are severely overweight and really struggling to lose weight, that actually have health problems. But there's people out there taking it that aren't overweight.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're overweight, but they're not obese. I think you should only take it if you're obese. And obesity, and it's actually affecting your health.
That's the kind of thing that you take when you're past the point of no return.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't do it on your own, but if you genuinely wouldn't be able to mentally, then that's when you take it. But
yeah,
if you're like, for example, say I was to put on like 20 kilos of fat.
Yeah.
In fact, that's quite a lot.
That is a lot, yeah.
10 kilos of fat. If I was to put 10 kilos of fat on, I don't think that is enough to be injecting yourself with that stuff.
Nah. I think everyone looks at it slightly different, but
if I ever get with... This is another controversial thing for me to say, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Controversy.
I just don't understand how you let yourself get to that point.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
why? And also, the people around you. Yeah,
but like, surely you one day look in the mirror after you've put on like 5 or 6 kilos and go, oh God, I need to dial it in a bit, and then you just go... So not like a snap of the fingers. Yeah. I mean, like, you get your arse in gear and you go, get myself in shape. I maybe it's just because I've always been somebody since I was like 12 that's been in the gym. I just don't see a need like to let yourself get that way. So obviously, that might be a really arrogant thing to say, but
no, I agree to an extent, because I obviously work with people who go through this. And yeah, it's generally just some people's lifestyles. Like, a lot of times, if you look at the parents, a lot of times parents are to blame for kids not having a lifestyle. And fun enough, kids are, like, the UK are producing more obese kids than we ever have.
Oh yeah, that makes sense though.
Yeah,
like, I can see that, because you've got like what me think, like the things that are getting pushed on kids online now is things like, I know Prime's not bad for you, but you've got all your like social media stuff, like
and also kids aren't actually going out and like, remember when we had to go see if Callum was in, we had to go run to his house, chap his door, and then if he wasn't in, you would have, or if he was having his dinner, you had to come back later. Whereas now kids just jump online, you don't actually leave their house and stuff.
Do you remember, I saw a thing on TikTok the other day, like kids nowadays, it's like, do you want to hop on Fortnite, do you want to hop on Call of Duty, and then the last slide was like, right, and then it's a trampoline with 17 footballs. It's like, right, if the balls touch you, you're out. You've got 3 lives. Go. And you'll just jump about. And yet, mate, that was like peak life.
Oh, yeah.
That was the best ever. And I used to love it as well when they were like flying up above your head and you were dodging it away. You were diving across the trampoline and you were like, man, this is like...
Or we used to wrestle the teddies on the trampoline and all that as well.
When I had a leg drop off the top of the shed and Colin was standing at the door. Like, and he just looked at me and went, inside, and I was like, they did it too.
Grass bag.
I know.
No, but yeah, it is nuts now. Like, but it is with people that I have clients that are overweight, and you have the conversations and stuff. And generally, some people, I've got one client that has lost a lot of weight recently, and they look at themselves in their old picture and went, I never thought I was that fat before. And it's like people don't know it because they put up these barriers.
Yeah, you only notice it.
Yeah. For example, our dad's a good example. Like, he's overweight and he put up so many barriers, and he would call himself a fat ginger specky bastard and all this type of stuff.
Like he would get in on it,
joke on it and stuff like that, because he's put up with it for so many years now, and sometimes it just takes like the right moment or the right thing to click and go, nah, I can't do this anymore. I need to actually make
I think the
change
thing
here.
that really scared Colin was when Jaden was born.
Do you think so?
Yeah, like he didn't get into training when Jaden was born.
Yeah.
Jaden's now 5, and I think that's him just starting to get into it. But he said to me when Jaden was born that he wanted me and you to get him into the gym,
Yeah,
and get him in shape, because he wanted to live longer to see his grandkids grow up. And I completely understand it, but it took a long time for him to actually get his arse in gear and go and do it.
Because you need someone outside. I feel like it takes someone outside your circle as well, and that's why people like me exist, PTs and stuff, because having someone outside your circle that isn't going to judge you and someone that guides you, and even though you might, like, you're not going to judge our dad for doing it, but then he's
still going to have that.
He's going to still have that thought. Yeah. So sometimes, and being in an environment where you've never been before and all these scary things happening, sometimes just having someone there that's just like, yeah, it's all good, and just having a bit of chat, getting you comfortable in the treadmill, and just having a conversation, kind of distracting you from the background. And yeah, it's one of those things where sometimes having that difference there, that kind of outsider, just makes that huge difference overall compared to going with someone you know, because then sometimes someone that's not trained in it will make you do this because they know that works for them, but they're very uncomfortable going in that area towards the free weights or something like that. So yeah, sometimes you need someone that knows the stepping stones from the mental side of it as well.
I'm quite lucky in the sense that I've never felt the need to have a PT, because I started lifting.
Oh, you had your Uncle Colin.
Yeah. I started lifting when I was like 11 or 12, which a lot of people think that's wrong. But as long as it's done safely and in the correct ways, that's not going to cause any kid any kind of problems whatsoever. Yeah,
people think it stunts growth, but
I did a full study on this. I did a full deep dive into this and went into old journals and papers that folk wrote about it. And that was like a mixture of folk and people.
Yeah,
the Pope. And people wrote studies on it and stuff, and I deep dove into it. And I had to write an argument for it, and then write an argument against it. And writing an argument against it was so much harder when you actually looked into it all.
Yeah.
But so I started lifting when I was like 11 and 12, and like Aaron says, my Uncle Colin, he was a bodybuilder for years, he still is. He got me into it, and I always used to look at him and go, I want to look like that. I want to be that size. Like, I don't think I am there yet. I don't know if I ever will be that size, but
he was huge. But I can remember his show.
I know.
I went to his show, he was huge. And then I can remember them coming out after his competition, and he went in the passenger seat and he just had like 2 bags worth of food from Tesco's, and he just started scranning his face in.
Like five burgers from McDonald's and that.
Yeah.
But he had me lifting for, I was like 11 or 12, and taught me everything that I knew. And by the time that I got to 16, 17, 18, I was teaching my pals how to lift.
Yeah.
Like, and it's mental because it's not as if I was doing stuff wrong. Like, I actually knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
So it was good in that sense, and I feel like that's why at the age of 23, I look the way I do. And I've never really been an out of shape person. I've never been, apart from when I was a kid, I've never been a skinny runt. I've never been a fat guy. I've just always been in moderately good shape. And in the last...
Just mediocre.
In the last 3 years, since I started wrestling and I really took it seriously, I've started to put on some serious size, and I look great. This guy. This doob.
What'd this doob do?
You just look crap.
Oh, cheers, bro.
Come on. Did you notice one of my pals commented on the TikTok saying buff Aaron?
I did actually.
I was like, what's he looking at?
I know, I was actually, I thought he was taking the mic, so I didn't respond. I think I just liked it, but...
He actually wasn't. I think he was serious.
I think it was when we were talking about doing the bumps at wrestling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if it was relating to that, but...
No, it was... to be fair, because you were wearing that big
Was it Aiden?
T-shirt. It was Aiden,
Thanks, Aiden. I appreciate you.
Screw you, Aiden. Just said something about me.
Yeah.
We need to censor that.
Yeah.
I'm not even filming. That's the first time I've done that since we started this, which is meant when you actually think of it.
Yeah.
How long have we been doing this now?
This will be episode 28 or something.
28? I said 24 at the start of this. I thought it was less than that. That's mad.
Episode.
We don't remember them on the YouTube anymore, do we?
Nah.
I've not seen you do that in a while.
No. I like how you say we. You mean me.
Keep up the perception. But aye.
Yeah. But it's mental the difference in all the trainings and all that and everyone's perspective on it. But yeah, I think literally just do what you enjoy. See all these different like diets and different ways of training and all that type of stuff. See, for most people that have never done anything, just do whatever's first available, because
not even was first available, do what you want to do.
Yeah, what you want to do, yeah.
People have this perception that you need to come in and you need to train. The word I hate the most is optimal.
Optimal,
I hate that so much. Oh, that's not optimal. Shut up.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Oh, do you know, have you heard this recently? Rib compression.
No. This sounds so dumb. This sounds like one of
this is the most talked about thing in TikTok and that just now, right?
It sounds like one of the mad set things.
Yeah, it's literally the position of your ribs when you're doing an exercise, right? So this guy, I can't mind his name, posted it on TikTok and talked about rib compression, and now anytime someone puts like a video of them training and their ribs aren't stacked over their hips when they're doing something, so for example, a chest press, right? When you go to push and your ribs go up, you flare them up. That's called rib compression, and people are saying it's obviously your ribs that are taking the pressure of the weight and not the muscle.
Oh, hold on, right. Let's go back and watch all the videos they are named for the woman. Not the rib compression, and look how crap they looked.
Yeah.
Shut up.
It's just people talking about technique, and this is what annoys me. Like, technique doesn't have to be that good. Like, don't get me wrong, yes, you need to work on your technique if you're a newbie, but see, when you become more experienced, you can start to
blur the lines.
Yeah, you can start to shift a wee bit. Like, sometimes you have to sacrifice technique for a heavier lift, you know?
Or if you're going for really high reps and your first 12 have been perfect, but you want 18, and then the last 6 are half reps, partial reps. Who cares? You're swinging a wee bit on a bicep curl. You're getting there. You're getting the reps. You're getting
going to failure is the main thing that's going to get you that growth.
Yeah.
And see, it's always those wee freaking, what do you call them? Thumb ninja warrior people.
Keyboard warriors.
That's the one. Keyboard warriors that just probably don't go to the gym themselves, but they've seen something and somebody say something. Oh, that's got 100,000 likes. He must be right. And
this is the thing that annoys me, right? So any normal gym goer that I know personally, they wouldn't go online and start going, oh, that's wrong.
Yeah.
That looks terrible. So who are these people?
Yeah.
What person goes to the gym, learns how to lift, and then goes home and goes, I'm going to tell everybody in the world how to lift, and they're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
Yeah.
If you're one of those people, I hate you.
It's just because there's so many people out there saying different things. Like, obviously, all these influencers that are just trying to get likes or views for something different.
But even just people that are commenting on stuff, you don't get any monetization for commenting on people's videos. You're just doing it for the pop. You're doing it to be a wido.
Yeah.
Stop it.
That's
just
so true.
Keep your mouth shut. I was talking to one of my pals about this the other day. It's like, I don't understand why people feel the need to put all of their controversial opinions and topics on social media and talk about things. Like, it doesn't matter what you say or what side of the opinion you're on, somebody's going to dislike it.
Yeah.
And they're going to end up either not want to follow you anymore, they're going to think they're going to lose respect for you. There's nothing good that can come from it, so just keep it to yourself, man.
Do you know what the funny thing is, right? See all these people that do comment and put hate in these people's videos and stuff like that. You are actually helping that person get more views. So if you really hate that person, by you commenting helps them. So you're actually better not commenting.
It's the Jake Paul and Logan Paul effect.
Yeah.
It's how they got so big.
Yeah. Because you can hate someone, but you're still a fan. If you watch their stuff, if you comment on their stuff, if you say anything about them, you're helping that person get bigger. So you're a fan.
Do you know what's really funny?
That's how it works.
We were just saying, don't put your opinions out there, don't say this, don't say that. And we've just slaughtered HYROX for the first 20 minutes. Like, actually torn it to pieces.
Yeah.
I'm a hypocrite.
Yeah.
But I hate HYROX.
We're all hypocrites.
Hate you.
Yeah, we do hate HYROX.
Nah, like, on a serious note, you do your thing, but I just find it hilarious when I see folk just, like, I've said it 3 times now, holding hands and running across the finish line, throwing the wall balls and all that, posing, and they've got their matching stuff on.
Oh, their sets and all that,
it's like, I need to look good for my photos of me pulling this sled.
Yeah.
Can you just Get a life.
Yeah.
But you
But
do you.
That's the only, like, generally the only thing I hate about HYROX is that it's built for social media.
It's not built for fun.
It's not built for entertainment purposes. Like,
yeah, no, it is built for entertainment purposes.
Not entertainment in aspect for clips and
Oh, right,
it's not built for
fun.
Like, I wouldn't pay. Some people do actually pay to go watch it, but I wouldn't pay to go watch that compared to like a football match or a wrestling match or anything like that, because that's entertainment.
That's true.
Whereas that's just watching people suffer. That's like, you may as well go to the gym. You can go to the gym for free and watch people do the same thing.
It's a modern gladiator arena.
Yeah.
Going in to watch people suffer and compete.
But yeah, if you're actually into HYROX for just competing, the competing side of it, then yeah, fair enough. But if you're doing it just for views and all that type of stuff, nah, it's you're just taking to be fair, you're taking advantage of a good thing. So
exactly, that's what it's there for. There's so many. I feel we're going between for and against like that.
Yeah.
But like, all I'm saying is like, you do you. Slag me for being a wrestler, I'll slag you for liking HYROX.
Yeah.
End of story.
You can just never. I'm never going to do HYROX. So
I don't think I will either. This is what I was saying. Like, see, like lassies that are like, when I was on Hinge, right? I'm not on Hinge anymore, but when I was on Hinge, like
just
lasses,
to clarify, so you can't find them.
Aye. Well, you can't find people on it anyway. But when I was on it, it was always like there was the prompt, "I'm looking for blank," and it was always like that, someone to do HYROX doubles with. I was like, no,
no.
Like, imagine me putting like, "I'm looking for someone I can wrestle with." Oh wait,
do you like that?
No, that sounds weird. That sounds really weird.
That sounds worse.
Because I've not got any. Well, I didn't have any photos of me wrestling when I was on Hinge.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that would
if I just randomly put someone to wrestle with, they'd be like, "What the hell?"
I think some people would take that quite good though.
I guess, but still, but that wouldn't happen anyway. That wouldn't be. Dating websites are the absolute fear. I used to like be addicted to them. It was just like swipe. And I'd run out of swipes and I'm like, alright, okay, 12 hours and I can do it again. I'll just do it again. And it's constant. You get addicted to it. It's like it's a game of smash or pass.
Yeah.
And then like, see, once
it's more a game. They've gamified it instead of like
Once I deleted it, it was like, thank God, because it's like you miss it for like 2 days and then you go to having a healthy life.
Yeah, a healthy life. Yeah,
honestly.
I've been at the dating game for a long time, so I've not had Tinder for a very long time. I think I was 20 when I last had Tinder.
Jeez, oh man.
Which is 6 years ago.
Right, before we go dive into that rabbit hole, let's call it quits.
Yeah, we'll talk about this next time.
Yeah, that's a terrifying thing to say, but thank you for watching, guys. Let us know what you think about HYROX. Oh, with that,
if you've actually done HYROX and what time you got, come on, we don't care. But yeah.
Very true.
But yes, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and we will see you all next week. Take care.